Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today I have a video and response video to a comment. Tipika asked me to make a video about the way Canada is supporting its citizens and residents, temporary or permanent, during the pandemic. So I decided I'll make a video on how to apply for Canada Emergency Response Benefit, which is exactly the answer on how Canada is supporting its citizens, Canadians, including those who are even international students, even those guys who have been working as temporary workers. So Canadians and non-Canadians who have been working here in Canada and were affected by it and are unable to work right now because of the COVID situation here. We are living in a situation when the world has stopped. The streets are empty, the businesses are shut, the economy is frozen. But there's only one thing that didn't stop. You still have to pay your mortgages, you still have to pay your bills, you still have to survive somehow, feed your families. Another thing that Canadian government has done for Canadians is, of course, giving breaks on mortgages so people can skip a payment, which I don't really agree with because it doesn't prolong the period of your mortgage, but what it does is just you have to pay off that amount quicker, so next payments are going to be higher. I don't think it's really a break, it's just that you will have to pay more if you skip a payment. Also, Canadian banks are giving breaks on the interest on the credit cards, which is a good thing. Now, the biggest benefit, an actual benefit that I believe is the best benefit out of everything so far that Canadian government has done, is the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. So what is Canada doing for Canadians during the pandemic? Well, they are providing us with Canada Emergency Response Benefit. And what is Canada Emergency Response Benefit? Well, it is a temporary support for those of you guys, of us, who have lost their incomes during this pandemic, during this COVID situation that's happening. Basically, it is up to 16 weeks and you get paid $500 a week. And it's actually really easy to apply, but you have to be eligible to get it. First criteria is you have to be living in Canada, and you have to be 15 years of age or older. You have stopped working because of the COVID-19, and you are not eligible to get your employment insurance, you have not voluntarily given up your job, and you don't have any sickness benefits. So basically, because of this virus, you cannot work, you have no money, and you're not collecting EI, and you didn't quit your job just because you quit it. Also, you have to show that you have had an income of at least $5,000 in the last 12 months. So if you are expecting to be without or already are without an income, self-employed or employed income for 14 consecutive days prior to the initial 4 weeks period, you might be eligible to apply for this benefit. And for subsequent payment periods, you are expecting to be not having an employed or self-employed income. So if you are not getting any income, employed or self-employed, in the 14 consecutive days of the initial 4 weeks period, and you're not expecting any income in the subsequent periods of the benefits, you would be eligible for these benefits. And by the way, guys, don't take my word for it. I'll leave you a link in the description of this video where you can read all the details you need, because you always have to read first. Let me show you a questionnaire where you can decide if you want to apply for these benefits or you have to apply through Service Canada for the employment insurance. Alright, so thinking about your main source of income in the last year. Were you an employee or self-employed? I was self-employed, let's say. Thank you. You should apply for Canada Emergency Response Benefits through Canada Revenue Agency. I was an employee. Were you a full-time employee for at least 4 months last year? Full-time means someone who works 30 hours or more per week. Yes. Thank you. You should apply for Canada Emergency Response Benefit through Service Canada and the Employment Insurance Program. No. Were you a part-time employee for at least 8 months last year? Part-time means someone who works at least 30 hours a week. Yeah. Thank you. You should apply for Canada Emergency Response Benefit through Service Canada and the Employment Insurance Program. No. If you weren't, thank you. You should apply for Canada Emergency Response Benefit through the Canada Revenue Agency. So there is no wrong answer. Lots of Canadians are going to be getting this benefit right now. Okay, so now let's go on the Canada Revenue website and I'll show you how to apply. It is pretty easy. You just Google for the CRA and go to the Canada Revenue Agency. First thing you're going to notice is the benefit right on top of the window. So you just go ahead and click on it. Alright, here is where you apply. Now just click apply, sign into my CRA account. I would sign in as a partner because I have a bank account. So I just go ahead and click there. It prompts me to a window where it says that if you were born January, February, March, you apply on Monday. April, May, June, Tuesday, July, August or September, Wednesday, October, November, December, Thursday, any month, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So that they did it on purpose so that the website is not going to crash, because lots of people, everyone in Canada is applying for this benefit right now as you're watching this video. Next thing you're going to see is this loading screen, and it's going to take you forever to get it loaded because everybody isn't applying. So you would have to wait for quite some time. Now we are going to skip this point. Now once you're on the government's website, you would see in bold letters Canada Emergency Response Plan, Benefit, COVID-19, and all you have to do on top of the screen is just read through everything and hit apply. The Government of Canada is issuing payment to workers reside in Canada who have lost income or self-employed income for reasons related to COVID-19. Apply for the benefit through the Canada Revenue Agency or Service Canada, but not both. By applying, you're given consent to the CRA. Use your tax information to purpose of administration enforcing CERB and are agreeing that information, including the tax information, may be shared with Employment and Social Development Canada. Once you hit apply, you're going to see all the eligibility criteria. You have to make sure you read carefully through it because you want to make sure that you're eligible for this program. And I'll tell you honestly right now, most of the people are probably eligible for it. But you still have to make sure that in your specific situation, because you would have to actually consent to it. In the very end of this page, you're going to have to select a period that you're applying for these benefits. Here you just have to certify that it applies to you and that if it doesn't apply to you, you'd have to repay that money back. It would take you to a next page where you would have to confirm your bank account for a direct deposit, and if it is correct, you just hit submit. Final page is going to tell you when you're going to get the direct deposit to your bank account. And congratulations, you have just applied for the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. Guys, I want to find out your opinion on this benefit. Do you think it is a good benefit? Would it actually help people a lot? Because I have heard about European countries who are providing way more than this to their citizens who have been affected by the same situation. But there are countries who absolutely not provide anything to those people who are left jobless, without money, still having to pay rent, still having to pay mortgages, still have to pay their bills, and they are also in self-isolation. So I would like to find out which country you're from, what's your country doing for its citizens, and what you think about this benefit that Canadian government is given to Canadians. My personal opinion is it is at least something, and I'm really grateful to be Canadian. Guys, we'll see you in the next video. See you soon.